Hey buddies, how's it going today? I'm going to try to do this before my battery on my camera runs out because it's extremely low right now. But I want to talk about a new show that just came out about 3 or 4 days ago called Shredders of Metal. It's basically a show about 7 contestants come on the show in front of 3 panelists or 3 judges. And they basically compete to see who's the better shredder or guitar player. They each have a limit of 60 seconds or 1 minute to do a song for the judges, and they of course eliminate one every episode until they get down to the winner as well. Now the judges are of course pretty good, which include Sam Dunn as well as a couple others, lead guitar players of Testament, which is pretty awesome as well. So I think to start off, I don't know really where to start off there, it's kind of rambling, but to start off with the show is good and bad. The first episode kind of really sucked. It seemed like nobody really had any good style, nobody really had any substance, nobody really had any depth to them. It was just simply like competition of who could play the loudest and the fastest. So there's really nothing special or spectacular there. There was no real rhythm or no real anything to them. It wasn't really that great. It was just kind of like a bunch of people who think that shredding or playing guitar is just all about speed and no style, which is pretty much what the first episode was. I thought it was extremely corny on how they eliminate their contestants as well. They simply just have their name written on a piece of paper and they put it through a shredder and they say, "Oh, you've been shredded." So I think that's really kind of was pretty corny about the whole show as well. The second episode, of course, judged on speed. Who could guess that? The third episode, the contestants had to give it a children's song, and they of course had to put a metal type spin onto it. Of course, nobody really did a good job of that one, of course, because they were all just trying to speed through it. Nobody really threw any good spins on it or anything like that. Nobody really made it into a decent metal song. It was just really unentertaining and really kind of just not really that great to listen to. I'm hoping the show gets better as time goes on, but we'll see. So far it's kind of a 2 thumbs down. Of course, one of the contestants is a former bandmate of Sam Dunn's, which they don't really talk about that on the show. So obviously that contestant is going to win the whole thing, because during the first episode I thought he did a really bad job and I thought he should have been one of the ones to be eliminated, but of course he pulled through. Big surprise there. Second episode, same thing. He didn't really do that great, but of course he was saved. Third episode, the same. He wasn't really the top people, but of course because he's friends with Dunn, he was saved as well. So I'm guessing that he'll probably win it. So I think there's a little bit of bias in the show right there, as well as the show is take place in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, but it was really supposed to show globally Canada, but of course the majority of I would say good 95% to a good 97% of the players on the show were from Toronto. So I was kind of disappointed that they didn't grab them from, of course my battery on my camera died, so I'm going to continue filming this on my phone, but like I was saying, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't grab more guitar players and stuff like that from around Canada, like other provinces and stuff, like other places in Ontario and BC and Halifax and stuff like that, instead of just kind of sticking more to the Toronto type area. I don't really know why they did that, if they did that on purpose or if it was just more of a coincidence, but I would have liked to see more of like a global talent type thing. Definitely would have liked to see nobody that knows the judges, because like I said, there's more of a biased type there. Would like to see more of a variety, because like I said, in the first 3 episodes nobody really showed any depth, nobody really showed any type of song type of riffs and stuff, and like nobody really showed any substance or style. It was just kind of like the same, people were like same thing really over and over. The really bad, terrible people ended up staying on. But like I said, I mean, I really just kind of hope it gets better as time goes on. But we'll see. So far, if you haven't checked it, it's you can go to YouTube, Banger TV, I believe it's on, or you could just type in Shredders of Metal on YouTube. But so far, I definitely give it like a 2 out of 10, just because it's not really great, and they all sound the same, really. I mean, nobody's really doing anything different or blowing me away or really blowing any of the judges away. It's really not that great. But anyway, guys, this is kind of my quick rant and 2 cents on the show. But let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. If you agree, that's great. If you don't, that's awesome. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know I love you very much. See you in the next video.